Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back to the fastest growing, fastest rising post-professional wrestling show in all of sports entertainment. Welcome back to Ringside Conversations. I am your host, Roddy of Crinchman Media, and I'm going to skip everything, okay? Because we are going to address the immediate elephant in the room. The Randy Orton heel turn just happened, okay? And in this video, I want to break down the heel turn itself, and also what fans are talking about and being Cody should have been the one to turn heel. Now, first, a lot of people are very happy with this heel turn of Randy Orton, myself being included, because obviously, if you've been watching wrestling for as long as I have, or even longer, you know that this just brings just remnants of 09 Orton, just being relentless, being ruthless, having not a care in the world, and is not afraid to cross any boundaries, okay? He signed that contract, brought Cody's head clean onto the table, low blowed him, and cut him open, and slammed a chair onto his head onto the steel steps. Now, Randy Orton, you can just see it, like in every single. Randy Orton proves like why he does what he does in an elite level. If you just look, if you go back and watch that heel turn, if y'all go back and look at the body language of this man, like he cares enough to the most minute detail of his body language for that heel turn to make it as impactful and as powerful on the road to WrestleMania as he darn could. Now, I think this is the most predictable move in terms of WWE. Like, I think everybody, including the fans, know that if there was going to be a heel turn, that it would be Randy Orton to have the heel turn. Now, why is that important? Well, I think we have Roman Reigns and CM Punk, and there's no heel per se. It's just two dudes with egos that are going to go at it at WrestleMania, but the fact that it's Roman Reigns and CM Punk, it makes sense for it to be that way. Here, we have two dudes that respect each other, former members of Legacy, have great history with each other, but at the same time, this isn't random. If you really go back and look the past couple years, every time Randy was in the ring with Cody or shared presence with Cody with the championship, you see Randy's eyes always go to that championship. And Randy Orton even said it himself. He said, I need that championship. I need number 15. So, although he said it at the contract signing that this was supposed to be easy, I think that was the plan all along, no matter if it was Cody Rhodes or Drew McIntyre. That being said, boy, was it great. Like, the heel turn was awesome. Now, in terms of Cody, well, I worry for the American Nightmare in terms of his character. And what do I mean by that? I think we're actually walking a fine line, or at least we're on path to walk a fine line between Cody Rhodes being treated amongst the fans how we treated Roman Reigns when Vince was pushing him down our throats, before he became the tribal chief. He was booed everywhere in the world. Doesn't matter if it was in the States or not. Doesn't matter what city. Doesn't matter what town. Doesn't matter what country. He was the most booed man on the planet at one point in time. Now, I think Cody Rhodes, because of just the redundantness of his character and the fact that people like to use the term boring. In terms of his, just the character, yes, I can agree with that. Cody can put on good matches. Okay. Cody is the right person to have pinned Roman Reigns at WrestleMania 40. We'll stand by that to this day. That being said, it makes us think like, damn, like the Cody Crybabies really cost us Rock versus Roman. You know, it makes us think like, damn, we really like started a movement. We as fans started a movement for Cody, and this is like what we're getting. And I'm not saying it's all Cody's fault, okay? WWE is pushing him to be the biggest baby face on the face of the world. And I totally understand why you're doing that, right? However, we're getting served the same meal over and over and over and over with Cody Rhodes. And, you know, we real quick, also, it makes him look kind of dumb too. When hasn't he had like 7 betrayals, mind you? Like he got betrayed by Rock, he got betrayed by John, he got betrayed by Randy. Now he got betrayed by Kevin Owens. Like not even on television, like just backstage that was reported somewhere. Like he has a history of just being betrayed since he's made it back to the company, and it's just like, how could you not see this coming, Cody? Like, you have a track record of being the quote unquote victim and of a betrayal. Now, with that being said, I think this match is going to cook. And I think that hopefully one of two things is going to happen at WrestleMania between Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton. And I think either Randy Orton is going to unlock something in the Cody that no one has ever been able to do. And if it is Randy, it makes the most sense. Okay. Like, even though Roman talked about Dusty in front of Cody and stuff like that, even though he talked about how he's a loser and like, mosey on or whatever the case may be, like, even though all that stuff happened and it got personal between the two, and like, apparently it's like, I'm not going to say personal beef, beyond the ring between the two, but they're definitely not friends, right? But all that to say that Randy Orton has enough history with Cody Rhodes to where if Cody Rhodes gets violent, if Cody Rhodes just doesn't look like the Cody Rhodes we know, Randy Orton can do that. So we could either get that, or we can get the Stone Cold Steve Austin treatment, in which Randy Orton will sympathize with Cody Rhodes for whatever reason. I don't know the reason. But the Austin aspect of it is where we get the heel turn of Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania. If we were to get a heel turn ever from Cody Rhodes by Triple H or the company, I think they want it to be a humongous thing. And Austin turning heel at WrestleMania was a humongous thing. I think John doing an Elimination Chamber, albeit an Elimination Chamber, was a humongous thing because it was John Cena, babyface for 25 plus years. They want Cody to be heel. I think they will do it at WrestleMania. Now, if it's going to be at this WrestleMania, I have no idea. I can't tell you that. But with that being said, I think the match itself is going to go crazy. I think we're going to see a lot of just personal everything between now and the actual match. So we're going to see. I thought it was hilarious how when the heel turn happened, everybody chanted for Randy. And I think WWE did not want that, nor did they enjoy that. But that's what happens when Cody is the way he is right now. So that was essentially it in terms of the details of the heel turn. I wanted to strictly talk about that because I thought it was that important. And I think it merits the overall, guys, we're on the road to WrestleMania, right? And it's different from the Punk and Roman stuff because, like, again, it's just two egos going at it, right? Albeit the Tribal Chief and Pepsi Phil, right? But Randy Orton, Cody Rhodes, like, with heel Randy being involved in the picture, it now merits the question, who's really going to main event night 2? And I think that's a legit question after that heel turn happens. So we're going to see what happens. And of course, here at Ringside Conversation, we're going to do our best to provide content for you guys. So if you guys enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe. And who do you guys think is going to be the night 2 WrestleMania main event? Leave your guess in the comments. Will it be Cody Rhodes and Randy Orton, or Pepsi Phil and the Tribal Chief? Love you guys so much. Have a good one.